By the end of this video, you will be able to understand and make your very first own indicator on TradingView PointScript. PointScript is basically the programming language of TradingView, and the indicators that you mostly see on the TradingView charts are programmed in PointScript. In order to open PointScript, you have to click on the right side on the right tab where it says Pine, and you will have the PointScript editor in front of you. So once you open a new script, so I'll just create a new indicator. This is the default script that comes in front of you once you open a new script. As for this video, we'll be using the PointScript code of this particular indicator that I have applied on the chart. It is an EMA 50. So once I open the indicator from the source code here, you will see the actual script of the indicator itself. The first two lines, this tells the TradingView that which version of the PointScript are we actually using. So version 6 is the latest one. That's what I'm using in this video. Coming over to overlay. Overlay is something that tells TradingView where it has to place the indicator, either on top of the price chart or at the pan below, so just like RSI or MACD. So if I make it false and save it, I'll remove the indicator and add it to the chart again. Now you will see the moving average is being plotted at the pan below because I have made the overlay false. If the overlay is false, the indicator is going to be plotted in the pan below. Once the overlay is true, the indicator is going to be plotted over the price chart. Now this is just a distribution. I have commented these lines out. So double slash is something that tells TradingView that it is a comment. Okay, so you can see 3 lines that have been commented out. Once the code is executed, these lines will be ignored and will not be made part of the calculation. Now coming over to the settings, the next line we have taken the length of the EMA as input. Once I open the settings, you can see 50 is taken as the EMA length, which is default. Once I change it to say 200 and save it, the EMA length has also changed, and similarly the default settings have also changed in the indicator settings. Then next is the title of the input. This is something that you will see in front of the input, which tells the user what this input is about. So I have named it as EMA length. Then next is the minimum value. So the minimum value that I can input for this length of the EMA. If I try to put 0 over here, this will just go back to 200 again. And now if I put 1 here, the EMA length has changed to 1. So 1 is the minimum length that I can put in the indicator settings, and that's how it's done in the code. So next is the group, which is equal to EMA settings. All these inputs have the same group, which is the EMA settings. Once you have multiple indicators combined, this divides the settings between different indicators. If you have EMA settings, then you have RSI settings and MACD settings below. There should be a division, and that division is done using the group. So if 2 of my settings are of different names, I write 1 over here in the first 2 settings, and I write 2 over here, and I save it. So what's going to happen is that the settings with similar names will be grouped together. Next up is the source of the moving average. So we have taken it as input source. This can be changed in the settings to multiple different values. So it tells TradingView that which data source are we taking the EMA value from. So for this example, I'm using the close of the candle, and this is the default value for the EMA. Then we have the EMA color. The input color is used to take color inputs from the user. Once you go inside the settings, this enables a color picker. So you can click on that and choose any color of your choice, and it will change the color of the EMA as well. Next up is the EMA width, which is by default set to 2. I've taken the input as integer, and same for the length. The input was taken as an integer. The integer input is always without a decimal point. The EMA width has a minimum value of 1 and a maximum value of 5. So once you go into the settings and change it to 5, the width of the EMA is gonna change. And similarly, we have the title for every input that we have, and that's something that is also visual within the settings on the left side, and that tells the user what this setting is about. Next up to the calculation. Now this ta.ema, it is a built-in function in TradingView. TradingView has a lot of built-in functions, and ta.ema is one of its functions. So once we hover our cursor above it, you can see the syntax, and it takes the source and the length of the EMA as inputs, and then calculate the value and stores it in the variable named EMA value. So the source here is the close of the candle, and the length given as input is 200 defined over here. Once EMA value is calculated, we have to plot this EMA so that we can see it on the chart. Once I comment this out, the whole code will execute, but each indicator must contain at least one of the following: a plot function, a bar color, or background color. So in order to make the code execute, we will always need one of these to make the code work. In the plot, I have got the EMA value. This is something that we need to plot on the chart. Then we have given it the color, which I have set to EMA color, that is set to blue. Once I set the indicator settings to default, the default color is set to blue. Okay, and then the next is the line width. The value for the line width is the EMA width that we took as input from the user. The title is something that we see in the styles tab of the indicator. Once you open the settings and the style, you can see the EMA. So once you have too many indicators within one script, this is something that tells you that this line corresponds to the EMA. So you can change the EMA width and the color from here as well. You can change it to green or red, whatever you want. So that's a very basic EMA indicator. You can see how simple it is and how everything is defined and just makes sense. You have a declaration, then the inputs, then the calculation, and at the end you just plot the whole thing. So all the 4 things have to be in a sequence to work. So I hope this video will help you in understanding the point script in a better way. You can definitely use point script in your future as a freelancing, or just making your own indicators, or help others to make trading strategies and trading bots. It's a really cool language, and I'll be really happy if you have understood something out of this video. We'll definitely be posting out stuff in future, so stick around for more. Thank you for watching. Peace out.